Hi Gemini, welcome to your February reading for 2021. Now we're going to do things slightly differently today because it's Valentine's month, which is probably one of my favourite days of the year. Anyway, so what we're going to do first is we're going to have a look at your situation if you are in a relationship. Then we're going to take a look at your personal situation. Then we're going to do a singles reading. So if you are single, by all means, keep waiting for the end. Obviously these are general readings, so they won't resonate for everybody. If they don't resonate for you, then please move along. It is not your message. There are plenty of other readers out on YouTube. Find one of them and make sure that you get the message that resonates for your situation. That definitely wanted to come out. But obviously if it is yours, great. Put it down in the comments. What I'm also going to do is put my email and my Instagram down in the description box. So if you would like to book a private reading, because obviously as I say, these are general, you can either get me on Instagram or you can email me and book in a private reading, which doesn't have to be a love reading. It could be to do with work, family life, home life, whatever it is. Or obviously it can be love. Now for the using... For your own reading, we're doing the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot, which is such a stunning deck. Again, I will link all the decks down in the description box below as well. And last thing that you'll find in my description box is my gift list for Amazon. Now, if you would like to get me something as a thank you gift, that's where it is. All the bits and pieces are on there. If you would prefer that I source it elsewhere and don't buy directly from Amazon, DM me on Instagram, PayPal the money across and let me know and I will sort that out. Because we don't need to buy from Amazon just because it's quick and easy, although I do find it quick and easy. Anyway, let's get into it. So Geminis. For Geminis that are in a relationship. Now, the very first card we've got out is the 9 of Cups. Now, this is a really joyous moment because the first 2 readings I've done today have been a little bit Debbie Downers. So it seems as though you've got some good stuff going on. And what I like is it's opposite the Emperor in reverse. Now for me, that combination is very strongly suggesting that actually what you're finding the joy in is being able to go with the flow a little bit more and not having to worry so much about how everything's playing out, how people are perceiving what you're doing, how your person is responding, how they're feeling about everything. Like actually it just feels very free and easy. Like there's no, because normally I find with the Emperor, there can be, it's like emperors have a lot to do. They have a lot of space to survey. They have a lot of people to look after. So that being in reverse, it's like actually you can, right now in your relationship for this month, you can just focus on what's good. You don't have to worry about what your person's feeling, what your family are feeling, what your friends are feeling about your relationship. And that's really lovely because it feels like that's probably been a long time coming. Now underneath it, again, we're good. Because we've got the King of Swords and we've got that with the 7 of Swords in reverse. Now that, lovely, lovely. Again, because again, with that 7 of Swords in reverse, it's about not trying to escape, not trying to get away from anything, not trying to, because me, the 7 of Swords upright is very much about like getting the hell out of there. And I know a lot of people say it's a bit 8 of Cupsy, but it's about that kind of putting boundaries down. It's not so much, I don't feel with this deck anyway, it's not so much the kind of sneaky side of the 7 of Swords. But with it being reversed, it's like actually you're able to take really good control of, when I say control, what I mean is you're aware of what's going on, you're processing everything, and where it just feels very easy breezy and very calm, it just seems like you're able to really focus on the honesty, on staying focused, on staying put where you are, staying connected, staying really just being in the present, being in the moment and just enjoying your relationship for what it is. I'm going to leave it there because it's actually quite joyous and I was waiting for something like that and I'm glad it's for Gemini. Anyway, right, for your person's reading, we are going to be using the Light Seers, which is another lovely deck, kind of individual in itself. We've got 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay. All right. You seem to be quite good. Your person, not so much. The very first card they've got out is the Nine of Swords. So it's over the top of your Nine of Cups, and that for me is a little bit interesting, to say the least, because on the one hand you feel like everything's fine and everything's breezy, and maybe it's that you've kind of come out of a conflict, and you feel that you were heard, and what you wanted to get out of the resolution you wanted out of the conflict has worked in your favour, but I don't think it's necessarily worked in your partner's favour, in your person's favour. I don't think they're quite as happy as you are about what's going on. Now, over the top of the Emperor, they've got the Ace of Wands, so they do want to get things sorted. They do want to try and bring something to the table, and like I say, I think I'm going to go down this conflict analogy, but where, as I say, the conflict has kind of worked in your favour, and you've been able to step down a little bit with that Emperor in reverse. You've been able to kind of backtrack and not wind your neck in, but you know what I mean. It's like you can actually just let it go and think, right, I don't need to worry about, like I was saying, don't need to worry about everyone else's perspective. Just need to worry about yourself. But what your partner's doing in that instance, in response to your letting go, your calming down, is that they are trying now to find a way that they can step up, that they can change things, because actually I just feel like they probably haven't been heard quite as much as you have. And unfortunately, where you're seeing things clearly, again, they've got a Three of Wands in reverse. Now again, the Three of Wands is in the upright is such a positive card. I really like it. But this way around, it's a little bit like your version of being clear on things and being able to speak your truth honestly and be open, which is brilliant. Like, we should be doing that. There is also a point of thinking, as much as you want to share what's going on in your head, you've got to look at you have got to look at the impact it's having on your partner, because it feels as though your partner is losing traction on and losing sight of where it is that the relationship is going. And then over your Seven of Swords, where in reverse, where again I'm saying, you're in a position where you can just enjoy the moment, enjoy the present, enjoy where you are without having to worry about anything else. Actually, I think that's going to be really good, because your partner's coming up as the Eight of Wands upright. So I think if you can, it feels like if you can try and stay in the moment and stay connected and not disappear on your partner, like if you find a moment where you can see that they're in this Nine of Swords, where they're in this headache mindset, it's really important to not walk out on the conversation and to stay with them and hear them out and see what it is that they're going through and see what their perspective is, what the outcome is that they want, because that will help them move forward, and it will help them bring about a bit of clarity. It will help them just, then, because I don't feel like they're not checking out of the relationship by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't think they're quite as happy as you are at the moment. Okay. I hope that helps. Right. We're going to move on to the singles. And for this reading, we are going to go back to my absolute classic favourite. This might hurt. Mwah. So let's have a little look and see what is happening for Gemini singles. Now, what we're going to do is we'll have a look at, first and foremost, if there's anyone coming in. And then we are going to have a look at what you can do to be ready for them. Okay, so people that may be coming in. Hang on, let me just get one more card out. Okay, I'm having that one. Okay, I'm being generous for having a few extra cards because they came out and I flipped them when I saw them. So, with regards to who is coming in, we have, first and foremost, King of Pentacles. So you could be looking out for an earth sign, so a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Someone strong, someone stable, not wanting to sound like the government, but someone who is just has got their stuff together, knows what they're doing, is very chilled, very relaxed. And actually, I think because, you know, as Geminis, we're quite flighty, I think it will be actually probably quite good to have that moment. You have also then got a 9 of Cups, so you're looking out for someone that is very happy spending their, like, I don't feel it's necessarily the water signs, but I think it's more a case of someone who is, again, really happy with their own stuff, with their hobbies, with what they do for their downtime, what they do for themselves. And because we've got the Justice in the reverse, I think you could be looking out for someone that has a Libra, like moon or ascending. I don't think it's major, I don't think it says sun sign, I think it's something that's coming a bit more forward now. Sorry, not forward, a bit more in the back burner. How do we make sure we're ready for this person when they turn up? Right, first of all, 6 of Swords. First things first, do not run when you are interested. Don't go into that panic mode of thinking, oh God, this is, like, I'm into this now and I'm fearful that I'm going to get hurt, so I'm getting out of here. We don't want to do that. Maybe you've not been doing it, maybe you're not aware you've been doing it, but first things first, in order to be ready for this person, we've got to stop running away. And that doesn't, you know, it doesn't have to be from people that have been interested and, you know, or people that you've been interested in. It's also a case of not running away from the reasons why we're single, the reasons why you're not with someone. And there could be a million reasons that we're aware of and a million more that we don't know about. So we've got to do that sort of work, which leads me on to the next one, which is the Hierophant. So again, it's about learning, it's about spending that time focusing on what it is that you believe the right thing is to do. And also because the thing is, if we get clear on what it is that we think is the right thing, we can become much clearer about the qualities we want in a partner, about who it is that we want in our life, to share our life with, to share our happiness with. And then we've got the 5 of Swords, so we're going to have to stay really, really calm, because that's, you know, 5 of Swords in reverse. We've got to stay calm, stay focused on the goal. And again, the other thing that has just jumped out at me is both Swords cards. We need to stop overanalyzing. Stop overanalyzing what it is. Like Matt Dempsey said a great thing on his Instagram ages ago when he was talking about dating, and he said it's very easy when something doesn't work out to think that we are unlovable. Actually, not true. You just weren't compatible with that person. It's not a reflection on how lovable or unlovable you are. So we've got to stay out of our heads as much as possible and keep focused on the goals and the qualities that we're actually looking for and what it is that we actually want and what we consider to be the right thing. Now, the reason I wanted to keep these other cards out is because my absolute favourite card of this deck, the reason I bought this deck, the one that I have hanging up in my bedroom, the 2 of Cups is there. So listen, we've got to focus on that goal. This is what we want now. We don't want to be messing around. We've had fun. We've had a lovely, lovely time. But it's time to get serious now. And actually, you know, if we want to start making a life with someone, we've got to keep that in mind. Whenever we get approached by other people, when we get distracted from our goal, what is the goal? The goal is to find someone to spend your life with, to share your life with. If that's the goal, keep focused on it, because we've then got the Ace of Swords. So the progress is there, the opportunities are there, but it's down to us to keep focused on that goal. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this for me is a little bit of a moment of going, actually, what we kind of need to do as well alongside this is, one, stay focused on the goal, but also not be really rigid about it. Like the Queen of Pentacles for me is, you know, she's very content in the upright. She's very happy with her lot. She knows what's going on. But there's kind of more of a flexibility involved when it's in the reverse. It's a bit more like, again, we've got to be clear on what it is that we want and what we're looking for in a partner. But we've got to be a bit more fluid in the way that it happens. In the way of how you meet someone, whether it's someone setting you up or internet dating apps, whatever it is that you want to go for. But it's good. I feel like that's a good one. It's a good one for the singles. Anyway, I hope that helps. As I say, if you would like to book a private reading, then drop me an email or a DM on Instagram. You'll find all of that in the description box down below. Take care, and I will see you very soon. Bye.